live button on YouTube.
No wonder there's no one on.
Okay, here we go. We're going live.
Okay, third start.
Yeah, they can't see us if they can't find us.
That's right. Hey, everybody,
Incognito.
welcome to the podcast. We got the
Welcome.
pre-show happening. Oh, you want me to do the voice?
Welcome to the podcast.
Podcast after dark.
Yeah, what kind of drink you
Whoa,
got there?
whoa,
It's
whoa.
fuzzy on my end.
This is Juicy Peach, like my
Oh,
wife.
man.
She's a Juicy Peach. That's too much.
Wow.
Start over.
Don't forget.
Oh, we're still live?
We're live.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well.
this is not one of those things that we can do in the after show. So that's the downfall of doing a pre-show and making it live.
Ah,
But we'll see if anybody hops in here. First time back after the new year. Been gone for a couple months dealing with family stuff and the holidays and then work stuff and all that kind of fun, goody stuff.
it's been a long month, like month and a half. Really
Yeah.
long one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Fall
my
and
last-
I was gonna say fall through now has been crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's been that way for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys feel
Well, with-
like normally the holidays?
It's working.
I have a bunch of nice. Normally for the holidays, I've got a bunch of orders and stuff. Last year I didn't push it, so I didn't have a bunch of orders. And this year I didn't push it, so I didn't have a bunch of orders. But what about you guys? Did you have a lot of Christmas orders and stuff?
Yeah, I didn't push it and still got a ton. It seemed like it was just a rolling trend. And then I got booked with a ton of cups. So like it was like Christmas company giveaways. So like it was just a lot, even without
Yeah.
trying at this point.
I got
That's not
first
my
JDS
bag.
order today.
Oh yeah.
What
You got
kind of
what?
order?
My first JDS delivery.
Oh,
today.
nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Right?
It is.
They come so fast too.
Yeah.
It's incredible, honestly.
yeah.
Oh, especially
Well, I had
for
to do
you,
all the
Matt.
paperwork.
You're literally right there.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I had to do
Same
all the
day.
paperwork, and I got an email from them, and they were like, "Hey, you got to fill out this paperwork." And I was like, "Well, can you just ship the stuff to me? I'll fill out the paperwork later." And like, no, we're wholesale. Blah blah blah. You got to fill out all this paperwork, send in a stool sample, whatever. And you can get it. So,
But after you
I
get the
did that
paperwork done,
immediately, it was shipped.
Yeah.
And I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. Let's see, that was yesterday. I got it today.
yeah.
Yeah.
And an hour and a half north of you, same gig. I order it and it's next day. Yeah.
Wow.
My warehouse is in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and it's about a 4.5 hour drive, I think. And if I order up to noon one day, it's here by the end of the next day. It's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, that's nice. It really
I-
makes being able to have good turnaround super easy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I use Grimco for. What? Oh, somebody getting ice. Nice.
Wasn't
I
me.
thought somebody was falling down the stairs over there.
It's always a possibility in Trey's house.
Right. Trey.
Who knows what happened?
One of his kids is gonna be running around. Case is gonna be running around with a tricycle or something.
Or see him come through the background on a sled or something like that.
Right. That's got like.
Is it
6
too
feet of batteries.
soon? Was it too soon to bring up monster trucks?
Ooh. Oh,
He's
they're getting the
working on
dirty
it.
look.
doing?
Jokes on you, Trey. I can't see you.
I order Grimco. I'll get like HDU from Grimco or whatever.
Yeah.
And I order it and it's the next day it's delivered.
Wow.
Like full 4x8 sheets of
Jeez.
HDU. Yeah,
Dang.
it's crazy.
That's awesome.
That's nice. I've got a place locally here that's only about 8-10 miles away. Like I haven't needed any yet, but now I know I can finally get it there. So that's nice to know it's right here in town. I can swing by and pick it up.
Yeah, and then they want to talk about oh, you know, we have supply chain disruptions right now. Like, no, you don't. That's just an excuse so you
That
can charge more.
no. Their supply chain interruption is the fact that they're on vacation.
Right. They took off the last month and a half like I did.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah. I did take 3 weeks off my job. Well, 2.5.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wish I could do the same.
Yeah, we did the Disney cruise, and then I took the week.
You should
after
talk to
that
your
off.
boss.
Yeah.
My boss is a slave driver.
Don't talk about Alexis that way.
Well, her too, but
You didn't send the live link to her, did you?
no, she can hear me. She's back here.
Yeah, I hear.
Pretty soon you're gonna see Trey get pummeled.
Come running in with a boot, you know, an UGG.
Nice.
Taylor Swift Yeti.
No, yeah. That JDS, Polar Camel JDS 40 ounce. Let me know.
That's right.
Right.
Deadly
Yeah.
weapon.
We should have sent this to the Misfits. Had them pipe in tonight.
Yeah.
Dang it. Well, still can.
Still can.
Not sure how long the pre-show is going to go with one concurrent viewer, but that's fine.
Any questions?
It's Nick.
Whoever it is, we.
That's what I thought.
Nick, keep that stream going, buddy.
Yeah, I'm
you
keeping
join
the
in too?
stats up.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
you know,
shoot.
if I'm honest, you know, like I was like I had to do some reflection about the last month and a half, 2 months, about, you know, growth and things like that. Like I'm pouring time into the podcast. Is it growing? If it's not growing, you know, what should I prioritize, right? And you know, I think that's one of those points where you could really dump into it, really pour into it, and then you can see that exponential growth. But for me, I was like, I just need to focus on kind of what's going on here. So that's why I just stopped it for a little bit, which was really good for my mental health. But then it also like makes it hard to come back. And that's why I wanted you guys, because, you know, we talk all the time. We've got
Motivation.
Yeah, I need motivation.
Well, it's easy conversation too. You're not having to build up a portfolio to have a guest on. It's
Right.
casual friends hanging
Yeah,
out in
that's
the
how
podcast.
I want to do it. Like I told you guys, that's how I want to kind of come back to it, because initially that's how it started, was doing, you know, just a group conversation like this.
Yep.
And then
Yeah.
it slowly started morphing into like one-on-one conversations, and I mean those are great. I still want to do those, but this is kind of what it's all about, is, you know, just talking about just random stuff. But
It doesn't get much more random than us.
right. We're gonna be
There
all over the
is
place.
no one on from the Misfits, so I'm sure they'll get that tomorrow morning.
Right. Oh, sorry, I missed it. Yeah. That's all.
Maybe
good.
if I text them.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, you
I
know,
have-
Well, you-
Go
Go ahead,
just gonna
Steve.
say, you know, you said you took kind of a couple months off, and back at the end of September, my wife and I went on a trip to Europe for our 25th anniversary. And when I got back, I had a horrible time getting motivated,
Right.
because it was really nice to take a break and just focus on her and family stuff, and then holidays came up, and I don't feel like I've done much for the last three months, to be honest.
Right.
Unfortunately, but just being honest.
Yeah. Same for me. Like when I was Nick, are you on the stream again? I just saw a view pop up.
I'm not on it, but I
Ooh.
texted it. I texted it to the group.
Nice.
We got a new watcher.
And, yeah. Woo.
Give him a
Fire.
show.
Trey's getting his show ready.
Can you not see who's on?
No. No, it's just
Well,
like
that's
a
dumb.
normal YouTube thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for me, like with Instagram too, that I went through the same thing with Instagram. I stopped posting, and then it was just like, what's the point? You know, like it just
Yeah.
was not. it was not entertaining for me anymore. So I was like, cut it out. But I'm
Yeah.
excited to be back with the podcast because I always like talking with you guys. I like talking with different people, and so that's the part I'm excited about. I'm not excited about the editing.
Your favorite part, right?
I mean, but AI can basically do everything now anyway, right?
A lot
Are
of
you
it.
using that at all?
I don't even know why we're here.
We're gonna deep fake all of our voices and stuff for the episode. I'm afraid of what it would say with mine though. Like
Yeah.
what
I think we all
what
are.
would you deep fake? What would you deep fake talk about?
Oh, I don't even know.
Trey,
I
you're
don't
kind
know.
of you know what I'm talking about, right? Like it's like a fake representation of you,
Yeah.
and like it would just
And it would just continue on, but it would have to build
Yeah.
a portfolio. So I truly don't know what it would say about me.
because
Something
have
about Lowe's.
You have a diverse portfolio for sure. Something
Yeah.
about Lowe's. You've been getting the OMTech love, which is good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I got asked to do some videos for that the diode laser, and they've been sharing a lot of stuff, so it made it a little good. I did not see any bump in followers, but at least my name's out there.
Yeah,
For sure.
that
A lot of
That's
work
kinda
for a $200 laser or whatever it was, but
yeah. Well, and I feel like I love OMTech, right? I mean, they're a great company, great people
Yes,
to
sir.
work with, and everything. But a 10 or 20 watt diode right now is just not something like an open frame diode is just not sexy anymore. Like you need to come up with
It's not sexy. It's not
It's
sexy,
functional.
but it's a crazy good price point for somebody to get started.
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
Honestly, it really
And
is.
And I feel if they continue it on, which they're behind doors, speak openly. They're in the middle with it, but if it continues on, they really do have a lot of growth with this machine directly,
Yeah.
because it's already built with plugins that are available to do it if they want to continue it on and put more effort into it.
Yeah. On the chat, Kyle George says 40 watt lasers with 4 exclamation marks. Yeah, 40 watt lasers definitely is kind of like, there you even hear 60 watt, 80 watt. I'm talking with a company right now that has somewhere in the middle of that.
Mhm.
Wow.
And yeah, it's great for,
For a diode, you're saying?
yeah. It's just crazy.
So, some of these companies, you got to be careful though. They're the input and output wattage rating is what can be tricky. And I'm not downplaying anybody's marketing
Yeah.
or whatnot, but that's where don't be fooled by what you read. Make sure it's a reputable company and know what you're getting when you get it. But
Right.
again, I'm not talking about any company directly. I'm just speaking overall that
Yeah, you are.
if you
Well,
will,
and make sure you're comparing apples and oranges.
I mean, if
Make
you're
sure
getting a
you're-
10 watt, if you're getting a 10 watt diode output like the OMTech, make sure it's a 10 watt output like the OMTech. Don't
Yeah.
compare it to
Yeah.
this 40 watt output that they claim to be really a
Right.
10 or a 15 at that point when it
or an
meets the product.
Yeah, there's optical power, and then there's
Yes.
the machine
Input
power.
power.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then sometimes you, at least a few years ago, you'd see new lasers come out on the market, and it would say like power 8 to 10 watts. And it's like 8 to 10,
Right.
That's
Yeah.
such a
what is it?
jump.
and it was really like 5. Right?
Depends how
It
fast
was
the
output.
mice are running. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was a big deal, especially in the marketing world when I first got into the diode stuff, which was back with the El Cheapo that we were speaking of and all the other stuff. I don't even remember what was the name of the carriage that we were using?
The gantry.
Yeah, the gantry. I don't even remember now. It's been that long.
El
But
Cheapo.
yeah, so like it wasn't El Cheapo. El Cheapo was the laser that we were using, the diode that we attached to this. But regardless, what I'm trying to say is like
I don't know about
everything
you
is
guys. I skipped to
modular.
the El Cheapo.
No, it just is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we still in the pre-show?
Yeah, we
We're in the
are.
pre-show. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If anybody has any questions, tonight we're going to be talking about branding. So if you have any questions about branding, be your personal brand, your business brand, as your business changes, what does that look like? Should you rebrand? Is that important? Branding across basically all platforms, is it consistent? We're going to go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
We're probably going to talk 5 minutes on branding, and we're going to end up some other dark place. If you don't give us those questions,
We're gonna end up somewhere in California.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll talk about your move, maybe, hopefully, Nick. We'll talk about that probably.
No.
No, we're not going to talk about it. Okay. Text you. Okay, gotcha. Okay, but yeah, so Ixnay Uvme. But yeah, we'll chat about branding and things like that. And if you guys got any, Justin with Calvary Customs, who's a Patreon member, great guy. Branding is great. Maybe throw in some goals this year. Ooh, keep us accountable. I like that. We'll put that in our.
Dang, now I
Your
gotta think of
notes.
some goals.
Right? I don't know if this is gonna be work.
Come on, man.
My goal
Yeah,
is to not have any goals.
Cop out.
Then what's the
I type-
point?
I typed business goals for 2023. Whoops.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I already failed those.
At work, it's funny. So
Goals.
actually,
Scratch
I'm
3,
reading a
write in
book.
4.
I'm reading a book called Atomic Habits. Well, when I say I'm reading, I'm listening to it in the truck on the way to work. Atomic Habits. And I don't know if you guys have read it or heard it, but it, basically teaching you like how to establish good habits and how to get rid of bad habits and things like that. And he talks about goals and how essentially it's good to have goals, but what's really important is the process. So like if you have a process for your goals and you focus just on the process, then you'll eventually reach your goal. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's pretty good. But I was thinking about work, and at work we always have these goals, and I always wait till like the very last, like till the end, to complete my goals, like procrastinate or whatever. But if I have a process, so maybe we'll talk about process instead of like goals. But it'd be good, and we'll have you guys back on toward the end of the year, see if you reached your process or goals.
I like that.
Accountability?
Oh
Ugh.
gosh, I don't
It's
like
an
that.
accountability group.
And it's
My name-
recorded, so I can't get away
Yeah.
from it.
My name's Matt, and I didn't complete my goals.
I didn't say that. Yes, you did. Here it is.
Yeah, I'll send you the clip in November.
Yeah.
How's that working out for you, Nick?
Yeah.
So we can freshen up.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to say you're gonna have us on later after we say what the goals are, because now we're gonna set our goals low.
I expected nothing less. Yeah, so we'll talk about that. Talk about your anything with branding. Anybody who's watching got any questions? Talk about branding. So basically, we're going to be talking about why Nick Poole has a company called Dillon Furniture. We'll talk about that.
And more on that in rebranding too.
All right. We're basically, hey Don, good to see you on here. He says, when getting started, when should you worry about branding, logos, etc.?
Instantly,
Do you guys say
Immediately.
etc. or etc.?
Etc.
etc.
You say etc. Everybody says
Et cetera.
etc., but it's etc., right?
ECT.
It's
I have no
ETC,
idea.
etc. I say
I don't
etc..
speak English. I don't speak English.
And then he says, what kind of timing? As soon as possible, or wait until better established, or when? So that'd be
As soon as possible. You need something to build off of. If you wait,
before
then-
you start, really.
Don't talk about the actual stuff quite yet.
Hmm.
Oh,
Don is
okay.
out.
I didn't
Don.
say anything.
This is-
Ignore
said
my
nothing.
conversation.
These are not the answers you're looking for.
Yeah. You gotta wait 3 to 5 days. 3 to 5 days to figure it out.
He's a Patreon member, so he's going to get
Oh.
it earlier than everybody.
Instantly. Just not here.
As soon as you get this video,
Right.
And still 3 to 5 days. Wednesday.
Turn around. Yeah. Business days.
Yes.
Okay, Don, I'm going to put your question in the funnel here. Business.
Hopefully it goes to the bottom.
are we going legal?
I'm just kidding.
Jeez.
Legal?
Well, I guess like, LLCs and blah blah blahs.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
After show.
If maybe after the show. I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll see how the
How much time we have?
we'll see how much time we
Yeah.
got.
Google is listening.
That's right.
We hear you.
That's right. We're being audited as we speak.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Ah.
actually, to talk about LLCs, we can talk about this portion in the pre-show, if you guys want to get into it. But I have a buddy who's studying tax law, and he was like, "Dude, you should switch from an LLC to a S corp because of the tax implications, basically. So, like, if you make $20,000." Now, I'm not a tax advisor, disclaimer. But basically, he was saying, like, if you make $20,000, you're going to be paying a higher tax percentage because, whatever reasons, just go out and research it. But basically,
Okay.
well, on $100,000, you end up paying like $35,000 in taxes. But on an S corp, because of the way that you can write things off, you end up paying like $30,000 or $25,000. Like it's like a significant amount. I'm like, interesting. So that's something I'm going to look at. Oh, and there's a new tax law if you are an LLC, by the way, that you have to file before the end of 2024. You have to go out and do some sort of statement, some paperwork that basically says, yes, I'm an LLC and all that kind of thing. I'll research that. Maybe we can talk about that now.
I just wait for them to contact me and say,
Yes.
About 2020.
yeah.
Kyle George, as soon as your friend at the bar says, "Hey, what's your IG?" So make sure that you have it right there on the spot. He's saying that's when you do your brand. Make it up on the spot at the bar.
Yeah,
No, I
push
think
comes to
he's
shove.
saying do it ahead of time so that way you're prepared. It's kind of his
Yeah,
thoughts.
exactly. That's why I said instantly, but we're not talking about it.
I didn't say
Yeah,
anything.
we're not talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, so stop.
We're doing the pre-talk. This is like the teaser.
Oh.
What would you say if you were to say something?
I would say wait 5 to 7 business days
We're
and
just
then
going to
make
ask you
one.
again. I mean, you can say it.
and
You can talk about
Mail
it.
it back to the person.
So yeah, in the
Then
in the
mail
episode,
then
we'll-
mail them your business card with your logo on it, so they
Kyle
then they
George.
have it.
Cool.
All right, I'm ready for this.
Justin, you're ready to go.
Yeah, I'm ready.
You think we got enough fodder to
Yeah.
jump?
I have
into?
so many thoughts on rebranding right now, just because
I think our rabbit hole, like our attention spans, we're gonna have plenty of conversations.
Yeah,
yeah.
we've already
But
tried
it-
to start like 6 concurrent conversations, and there's only 4 of us.
True.
Will it be will the content be
Right? No, it definitely will not flow together. That's the master of editing.
Yeah.
Justin at Calvert Customs. What about business marketing, Facebook marketing, websites, rabbit hole? Oh, he said rabbit holes. Yes, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
rabbit holes are very important to branding.
Yes, and we'll address that in the after show.
I'm gonna start changing
when I-
shirts just to see when you edit stuff.
That's good.
I'm so good at
That would
editing.
be
I'll change
funny.
your shirt for you.
yeah. he's gonna put an Astros jersey on me.
Can you give me a shave too?
Or Texans? Apparently, they actually
Give me
finally-
a shave in one frame, and then give me a mustache in another. So
Yeah, you used to do a lot of those stories with the mustache, the little fake mustache.
know.
I miss those stories.
I need to
Are
bring
those-
them back.
Are those filters gone now? Or are they still around?
Oh, they're still there. Just
I
haven't
never
done it.
could. I could never find those filters that you had.
Yeah, I couldn't either. The only ones I found were like Dirty Sanchez. I'm like, no, I'm probably not gonna go with that one. Well, and it's hard if you already have a beard. Like
The
it
Dirty
doesn't-
Sanchez.
It just looks like I don't know.
It's
Not going
extended.
there. Stop it. My brain tonight is not. This is not good. And I had an espresso before we jumped on.
Oh. Y'all fancy.
Wound up.
Can't use that K
Yeah.
cups. You got to get an espresso.
Uh,
Did you make a little flower on it too?
I
Aw.
tried, but it didn't work out tonight. I tried
Oh.
making a heart. I'm trying latte
For me,
art.
for me.
Yes.
For
just you,
Alexis.
Trey.
Thank you.
No, not I. I'm not gonna come. I'm not gonna go down that. Come over here with my butt. She'll be here faster than you.
Is that Matt getting power claimed
Yeah.
by?
Wait, how is
Yeah.
Alexis in Houston? Why is she beating up Matt? What's going on?
What is happening?
Next thing we know, she's in his frame, rattling the ice.
Just quietly
I'm
in the background.
coming. Yeah.
Justin wants to know: is this going to be 3 hours long? Going to make up for lost time?
Yes.
Oh, could be.
I don't think so.
Yeah, they're already starting to fade, Justin. Like they didn't have an espresso like I did.
We weren't warned about a lot of things.
Right.
I come prepared.
Oh my. He's ready.
He's got a
Trey's gonna
cooler
be-
beside the desk.
All right, wait, are we gonna get mean Trey at the end or fun Trey? That's like
Silly school drill tray.
I've seen both when alcohol is consumed. I've seen both.
Giggling, hugging people.
Right. Inappropriate touching.
That was.
No, that was Stephen Clyde,
What happens
Yes.
in Atlanta stays in Atlanta.
and he doesn't drink.
He enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Don't
he
let
was-
fool you.
He was blaming the alcohol. Wait a minute, Stephen, you don't drink. And Justin,
It's
to your
sad
other
that
question,
that none of us are going.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Who's going to Workbench Con? I know that at least 75% of us are definitely not going. And the other 25% is made up of all four of us.
I was getting ready to pull the trigger, and then we had something come up, a family situation
Yeah.
where you just need to be here for a family get together, and not going now.
Yeah.
Nah.
Good times.
It's a money. I mean, I'll just be honest. It's a money thing for the most part. It's
Right.
crazy expensive. It
It
is.
The value is
after
not
you-
there. It's just not there.
It's the classes are the
Not-
same. We'll go into this.
Yeah, yeah.
This will
Later.
be a conversation for the show.
later. Yeah.
For another
yeah.
podcast.
Right.
Maybe after show. I don't know. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
If I could
Well-
get onto a rant.
Yeah.
That's why we're going to wait.
So the after show, I'm wondering. I don't know if we'll do an after show or if I'm going to switch just to pre-show kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
We'll see.
Whatever you want to do.
We'll see what happens. We'll see where we are on time.
I like
What's
the
it-
idea of the pre-show.
You do.
I mean, just get
No,
some
the
of the
pre-show is great. The after
Yeah,
show was nice because it was a very selected group, and you know who could listen to it.
True.
That's why I was saying that. Now
Yeah.
we can talk about whatever. I just don't want to hurt feelings or make people
Yeah.
upset with me in the future aspect. So I'll
Right.
probably hold my tongue on some of that.
Yep. Good idea.
Those of you
I don't
watching, maybe if you're a Patreon member, what's your take on the pre-show versus after show stuff? don't necessarily I don't know if I'll publish the pre-show stuff because it's just a bunch of rambling and things like that, just kind of getting some information, but we'll see.
This was quality stuff, Matt.
Well, most of us were rambling. You were spot on. I mean, I was like hung on every single word that you said.
I should be paying you to be here.
Right.
Again.
Wait, you're not?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Refund.
Yeah.
Kyle, we're actually going to jump over to the main episode. So we're going to end the YouTube live stream. If you want to get early access to the episodes, head over to patreon.com/Maker Lounge Podcast, and you'll get early access to the episodes before they're published. And that's the best way to do that. You can also just sign up to be a free Patreon member, but you won't get that early access, but you'll get any information that comes out about live streams or things like that. So thanks for jumping in. We got a lot of good questions from you guys to discuss, and we will see you. Oh, by the way, I'm going to do these episodes. I think I'm going to do them every other week at this point, just because of family and all that kind of stuff. So stay tuned. More information coming on that, but I'm going to end the YouTube stream and we'll take a 5-minute break and hit the main episode. So thanks for jumping in, guys.
See ya.
That was classy. Hold on 1 second. I'm waiting for it to catch up.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
What do I do with my hands? Polar Bear walked into a bar and he said, "I'll have a gin." The bartender, so why the long pause?